Good morning, students. We are discussing projectiles. Okay, yesterday we discussed oblique projectile. So, based on that, I'll give one simple problem. Okay, we discussed range, determination of range, and maximum height, and time of flight. Okay, take this problem. A ball is thrown. Example. A ball is thrown with 25 meter second inverse at an angle 53 degrees. At an angle 53 degrees above the horizontal. Above the horizontal. Find time of flight. Number 1. Time of flight. B. Maximum height. C. Range. Okay, this is the problem. So, what is the given data? Solution. What is the given data? U is equal to given initial velocity. U is equal to 25 meter second inverse. Angle of projection 53 degrees. Time of flight. So A. Time of flight is given by T is equal to 2U sin theta by Z. What is time of flight? From yesterday we arrived at this expression 2U sin theta by Z. So this time of flight is 2. What is U here? 25 sin 53 by G. Let it be 10. Okay. So T is equal to T into 25 sin 53. This is, what is sin 53? I think you know this value. So you remember this value, I said many times. So it is 53, then this is 37. This is 3, this is 4, this is 5. So this triangle, you remember this triangle. With the help of this triangle, you will get sin 53. Sin 53 is opposite side by hypotenuse. That is 4 by 5. That is 2 into 25 into 4 by 5 into 10. So that is 5 into 10, 50, 2 into 25, 50. So get cancelled. You will get T is equal to 4 seconds. So total time of journey of the projectile is 4 seconds. B. So we want next maximum height. So maximum height is given by the formula. Maximum height H is, yesterday we arrived at U square sin square theta by 2G. Okay. So what is H is equal to U square. U is 25. 25 into 25 sin square theta. Sin square 53 by 2 into G. Let it be 10. So H is equal to 25 into 25 into sin 53, 4 by 5. That is 4 into 4 by 5 into 5, 25. 2 into 10. So you simplify this one. You will get answer. 5 into 5, 25. 125 get cancelled. So 2, you will get here 2 times. 5, 2 times. So 5 times. This 2 get cancelled. So here you will get 5. 5 into 4, 20. So maximum height is 20 meters. Okay. The next one is, the third one is range. Range we want. So, see, range is given by the expression. Yesterday we arrived, range is equal to u square. What is range? Horizontal distance travelled by the projectile. So, u square sine 2 theta by g. This is the expression for range. So, here u square sine 2 theta can be written as 2 sine theta cos theta. Okay, that is by g. So that is 2 u square. What is u? 25. 25 into 25 sine theta, sine 53, 4 by 5 into cos 53. Cos 53 from that triangle we have 3 by 5 by g, let it be 10. So how much you got this one? So range is equal to, you simplify this one, 5 into 5, 25, get cancelled. So here 5 2's, 5 5's, this 2 get cancelled. So here you got 5. 5 into 4, 20. 20 into 3, 60. So range we got as 60 meters. So what we get? Range is, maximum height is, time of flight is, we got 4 seconds, and maximum height is 20 meters. Range is 60. Okay. Next problem. You see this example. Okay. Next example. A ball 4 seconds after the instant it was thrown from the ground passes through the point P, passes through the point P and strikes the ground after 5 seconds from the instant it passes through the point P, passes through the point P. Assuming acceleration due to gravity g 9.8, find height, height of the point P above the ground. Okay, so this is the problem. Okay, now see, we want a height of the point above the ground. So a ball is 4 seconds after the instant it was thrown from the ground, passes through the point P. So this problem, after passing through the point P, see, I consider a projectile. So you projected with initial velocity u. It crosses a point P. That point P is at a height h from the above the ground. So we want this height. So a body is projected with initial velocity u, making an angle theta with the horizontal. So I assumed like this: a body is projected with initial velocity u, making an angle theta with the horizontal. So it crosses this point, a ball 4 seconds after the instant it is thrown. So to travel this distance, it will be takes t seconds after 4 seconds from the projection. So that t1 is 4 seconds. Okay, from here to here, and it reaches to the passes through the point P and strikes the ground after 5 seconds from the instant it passes. From here it will take 5 seconds to reach the ground. Okay, so to go from point of projection to point P, it will take t1 seconds, that is 4 seconds. The remaining time I take it as t2, it is 5 seconds. So from this information, can you say the time of flight? So from this information I have time of flight. So time of flight is from the diagram. So it is clear that from the diagram, time of flight t. What is t? Time of flight. I take time of flight represented with letter capital T is t1 plus t2. So we can write it as t1 plus t2. So from the diagram, here to here it will take 4 seconds. From here to reach the ground, it will take 5 seconds. So what is the time taken from O to A to reach B? It will take 4 plus 5, 9 seconds. So total time of flight is 9 seconds. Okay, so we got this. But what is time of flight? Formula we have, time of flight is 2u sin theta by g is 9 seconds. So from this you call it as equation 1. I want h, vertical displacement. So I am apply s is equal to ut plus half at square from O to P, along vertical direction, along y-axis. That is, this is y-axis, I assume. This one is x-axis. So this is vertical or y-axis. So I am applying S is equal to ut plus half at square from O to P, from here to here in vertical direction. So I got vertical displacement is h u sine theta, initial velocity in vertical direction u sine theta into t. From here to here it will take t seconds, that is t1 seconds. T, since it rises up, I am taking a is equal to g into t square. So after applying this formula S is equal to ut plus half at square, you will get like this. Now I am substituting the values. Okay. So h is equal to, I want h vertical height. So u sine theta. From here I have u sine theta is from the equation 1 what we have. So I will write here. What is u sine theta? I will write from 9g by 2. 9g by 2. So I am substituting that value here. Instead of u sine theta, 9g by 2 into t. What is t here? To travel from O to P, it will take t1 seconds, that is 4 seconds, into 4 minus half g t square. T is 4 seconds, 4 square 16. Okay, so this is 2, 4 by 2, 2, it will get 2 into 9, 19g, 2 into 9, 18. So 18g minus 2 into this one is 8, 16 8 times, minus 8g. So minus 8g. So 18g minus 8g. So how much it is? 10g. 10g. So g, it is given as, assume g is 9.8 meter second to the power minus 2. So 10 into 9.8. So you will get 98 meters. So this is the solution for this problem. Okay. So this point P is at what height? At what height? You have 98 meters from the ground. Okay. So suppose if it is, start the time from here. Okay, clear? Next problem. Before going to next problem, I want to explain this problem. See, this is total time of flight from here to here. This is 5 seconds. Suppose you take the same height h here. Since the time of ascent is equal to time of descent, from that, so we know time of ascent is equal to time of descent if air resistance is neglected. So to go O to P, to travel a vertical height h, if it takes times t1 seconds, to fall from, let it be this point B, I will take this one, maximum height is h maximum height, and this time I take it as, this time is also to reach this point O, A, B. I will change this point. This is point P. This is, let it be the point Q. Okay. This point, let it be A only. Okay. So O, AB is the trajectory of the projectile and P is the point at a height h above the ground at 2 instances of time. So to travel from here to here, P to Q, how much? So time taken to travel O to P is equal to time of ascent. Time of descent is how much? Q to P from same height. So Q to B, that is equal to T1 seconds, that is equal to 4 seconds. Okay, clear? Now how much time taken to go P to Q? Find time taken to go to move P to Q. I want this. Find time taken to move P to Q. I want this. How do you calculate? So the rest of the time, this one is total time is from here to here. So again from O to Q, how much it will take? O to Q, it will take 5 seconds. O to Q. So similarly, I will write one more point here. So time of ascent is equal to time of descent. From O to Q. I want this time. So total time is 9 seconds. From here it is 4 seconds. From here to here it is 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Here it is again 4 seconds. So this is 4. Then how much this time? 4 plus 1. 5 seconds. So time taken. So what is this here? Find the time taken to move P to Q. How much? It is time taken, total time of flight, you subtract. Time taken to move P to Q is you subtract from total time of flight T minus you subtract T1 plus T1. That is time taken to go O to P plus time taken to go Q to B. You subtract this time. You will get total time of flight is 9 seconds. Total time of flight. From this time to go O to P is 4 seconds. Flow 4 plus 4, that is 1 second. 1 second. So that is time to go P to Q. Can you say time taken to move from A to Q? Okay. So I will write here. The next question is, I want to find time taken to move P to A or A to Q. It will take same time. Can you say how much it is? Answer. Can you say this time taken to move P to A is equal to time taken to move A to Q? That is time of ascent is equal to time of descent. Okay, that is equal to half of the total time, half of the time to go from P to Q, half of the time. That is time taken to P to Q is 1 second, 1 by 2 seconds. So this is the answer. So time taken to move P to A and A to Q is 1 by 2 seconds. So totally to move O to P it will take 4 seconds. For time of ascent is equal to time of descent. From this, so time taken to move O to Q. Can you say time taken to move O to Q? Can you say the answer is 5 seconds? Because that is equal to time taken to move from P to B. P P to B, PB. So time taken to move O2 from that instant. So here it is 4 plus 1 time O2Q. O2Q can be written as time taken to move O2P plus time taken to move P2Q. That is 4 plus 1, 5 seconds. That is also equal to time taken to move O2Q, or it is equivalent to time to move P2B. Okay. So this is the conclusion. Next one. Alternative form of trajectory. Alternative form of trajectory of a projectile. Trajectory of a projectile. I told already y is equal to ax, that is ax minus bx square. I said this is the equation of trajectory, that is parabola. I told already this one. Okay. What is y here? So this y is the vertical displacement, x is horizontal displacement for a projectile. Okay, where a and b are constants, where we arrived already this one, where a is tan theta and b is equal g by 2u square cos square theta of x square. Okay, this is the value of b, g by 2u square cos square theta. Substitute these values. So y is equal to tan theta into x minus g by 2u square cos square theta into x square. Okay. So I take x tan theta as common, 1 minus x, I will get here x by g I bring to the denominator, so that is u square cos square theta into by g. So this is the remaining expression. For this, what I am doing, I am multiplying with tan theta, this one, because I take tan theta is common here. Here there is no tan theta, so I multiply with the tan theta. So instead of tan theta, now it is clear. So this tan theta, I take tan theta as common. Okay, so I divide with the tan theta. Here I divide with the 1 by tan theta. Okay, how I am doing like this? Because I take x tan theta common. Here you will get 1. Here there is no tan theta, so I divide with the tan theta. So this tan theta x into x square, this g being to the numerator, 2u square cos square theta. This tan theta will get cancelled. Okay, so that is y is equal to x tan theta of 1 minus, what is tan theta? So x by 2u square cos square theta by g. What is tan theta? Tan theta can be written as sin theta by cos theta. So I will write it as here cos theta by sin theta. cos theta by sin theta. So this cos theta, 1 cos theta get cancelled. 2 sin theta cos theta. So what you will get here? I am writing here y is equal to x tan theta of 1 minus x. Here what is the remaining? 2 u square 2 sin theta cos theta 2 sin theta cos theta 2 sin theta cos theta 1 cos square theta 1 cos get cancelled by g. That is y is equal to x tan theta of 1 minus x by, this can be written as range, that is u square sin 2 theta by g. Okay, since sin 2 theta is 2 sin theta cos theta, so we have this expression. What is that? Sin 2 theta is equal to 2 sin theta cos theta. Okay, so this is square. So instead of u square sin 2 theta by g, what is expression for range? Range is u square sin 2 theta by g. Since r is equal to u square sin 2 theta sin 2 theta by g, we have y is equal to x tan theta 1 minus x by r. So this is the alternative form of, what is this? Y is equal to, what is the alternative form of trajectory? This is the first form. This is the first form, remember. Second one is, what is second one? Y is equal to x tan theta of 1 minus x by r. This is alternative form of trajectory. What is r here? Where r is range. Range of the projectile. That is, this is x, this is range of the projectile. Okay, this equation also we are using frequently. Okay, next one. Okay, so now you take this problem. A ball is thrown, example, a ball is thrown from the ground, to clear a wall 3 meters high, 3 meters high at a distance of 6 meters and 6 meters and 18 meters away from the wall, and 18 meters away from the wall, then the angle of projection of the ball is, angle of projection of the ball is first option, A is equal to tan inverse 3 by 2, B tan inverse 2 by 3, C tan inverse half D. Tan inverse 3 by 4. Three by 4. Okay. Now let us solve this problem. A ball is thrown from the ground to clear a wall 3 meters high at a distance 6 meters. See, there is a wall. It is a point of projection. So you project a ball. With what angle it is projected? We don't know. With what initial velocity? We don't know. Let it be theta. Theta is the angle of projection. U be the initial velocity. We don't know these two values. So this is the projectile. It travels like this. Okay. So there is to clear a wall. So there is a wall. What is the height of the wall? Is 3 meters. Where it is? At a distance 6 meters. 6 meters from the point of projection. And where it will fall? 18 meters away from the wall. Let it be wall. So it is falls 18 meters away from the wall. Okay. So this wall, this is the wall. Okay. Of height h, which is 6 meters from this point of projection. So from this diagram, it is clear that what is the range. So from the diagram, range is equal to, can you say range is equal to, can you say this range? This is the range. Okay, from here to here. So 6 plus 18. So 6 plus 18, that is 24 meters. So the range of the projectile is 24 meters. And I want angle of projection. So we have range R, and so R is 24 meters. So what is x here? X is 6 meters. So we want y. This is, let it be y. So y is equal to h. I am taking this form, apply alternative form of trajectory. That is, y is equal to x tan theta of 1 minus x by r. So you apply this alternative form of trajectory. So I want y, that is h, height of the wall. What is h? Height of the wall. X, what is the height of the wall? 3 meters. 3 meters. What is x? 6. What is tan theta? We want theta. 1 minus x, 6 by r, 18. Okay. So 6 by 18, 1 by 3. 1 minus 1 by 3, 2 by 3. So that is 6 tan theta into 6 by 18, 1 by 3, 1 minus 1 by 3, 2 by 3. 2 by 3. So this is 3, 2 times get cancelled. So 2 into 2, 4. Tan theta is equal to, so what is the answer here? Tan theta is equal to, you will get 3 by 4. So what is theta? I think it is tan inverse 3 by 4. So this is the answer. Tan inverse 3 by 4. So this is the angle of projection. Okay? Clear? Next one. Wait. So here, see, we substituted range 6 plus 18, 24 meters. But here I substituted 18. So it is wrong. So here we did mistake. So make that correction. So R is 24. So 6 by 24 is, I will write once again. So that is 3, 6 tan theta 1 minus 6 by 24 is 1 by 4. So not this is 3 by 4. I will write once again here. So this is 3 by 6. So I want tan theta. So 3 is equal to 6 tan theta. Tan theta 1 minus 1 by 4, 4, 4 minus 1, 3, 3 by 4. So you will get. So this 3 get cancelled. So tan theta is equal to 4 by 6. 4 by 6 is 2 by 3. So theta is equal to tan inverse 2 by 3. So this is the right answer. Okay, not this. Okay, so the right answer is tan inverse 2 by 3. Okay, take this one. Next. The next one is horizontal projectile. Horizontal projectile. Say, let us consider a tower of height h. Let it be a tower of height h. A ball is projected horizontally with initial velocity u. Okay, how it is projected? Horizontally from a tower. So, how it will travels? Is it travels like this? Straight? No. It will pass like this. Why? Because it takes the parabolic path because of gravity. So, if you project like this, the velocity gradually increases because of gravity and it strikes the ground with the maximum speed. So if it strikes with a speed v, then this v is greater than u, definitely, because it is moving in the direction of gravity. It is uniformly accelerated motion. So it has, in horizontal direction there is no acceleration here because of there is no gravity. So in horizontal direction there is no gravity. So in horizontal direction, so here, so what a body is projected, a body is projected horizontally from a tower of height h. Okay, so in horizontal direction, okay, acceleration is 0. So it has uniform motion. It has uniform motion in horizontal direction. In horizontal direction, it has uniform motion. So the velocity remains the same throughout the journey. Suppose AB is the height of the tower. It strikes the ground at the point C. Okay? So this trajectory is also a parabola. So it has uniform motion. That means velocity remains the same. Suppose the P is the projectile position after t seconds. So if you want velocity here, you draw a tangent here. Let it be v, velocity of the projectile. You resolve into two components, horizontal component, vertical component. Vertical component, let it be vx. Horizontal component, let it be vx. Vx is u only. It won't change. Throughout before striking the ground also, it is u. It is u. Here is also u. Here is also u. So everywhere from B to C, horizontal component of velocity will remain same, because in horizontal direction acceleration is 0. Okay. So in horizontal direction, what is the distance traveled? Let it be this one. Let it be x. So what is x? it has a horizontal distance. So let x be the horizontal displacement, horizontal displacement in horizontal direction after t seconds. I want this x. So in the diagram, okay, this is x. I want this. How do you find? So apply, since it has uniform motion, horizontal velocity into time of light. From here to here, time is t seconds, small letter t. So horizontal velocity is u into t. So here I am applied s is equal to ut plus half at square. In which direction? Horizontal direction. Since ax is 0, ax is 0 here. So this term becomes 0. Sx is x, ux is u, t is t. So how I got this x is equal to ut? I call it as equation 1. I applied s is equal to ut plus half at square. Okay. Now you call it as equation 1. I want vertical displacement after t seconds. This is vertical displacement. From here, I take this one as the origin. So this is the vertical displacement. Okay. Or this vertical displacement, how much it is? Y. So y is equal to, I assumed that this one is the origin, point of projection. B is the point of projection. B is the point of projection. Okay. So I want y. Apply, let y be the vertical displacement. So I described horizontal motion. Now I am explaining vertical motion. Vertical motion. So vertical displacement is y. Okay. This is the vertical displacement y. I want that vertical displacement. I am applying s is equal to ut plus half at square in vertical direction. Okay. So in which direction? Vertical motion. So vertical displacement is y. Initial vertical velocity. You are projected horizontally. So initial vertical component is 0. Initial vertical component is 0. Can you say why it is 0? Because it is projected horizontally. So its vertical component is 0. If you project vertically, its horizontal component is 0. So this 0 plus acceleration is, vertical direction is g only. Acceleration is g only. So into t square. So this is y is equal to half gt square. You call it as equation 2. So this is vertical displacement after t seconds. I got horizontal displacement x. I got vertical displacement. Okay. These are the problems we can find. Okay. This is the procedure to calculate horizontal displacement and vertical displacement. Okay. So if you want to show this trajectory is parabola, you eliminate t from these two equations. You will get path of the projectile is parabola. How? So to prove trajectory is parabola. So to prove this, I want to prove this. So eliminate t. Proof. Eliminate t from equation 1 and 2. 1, 2 we get. See, from equations 1 and 2 eliminate t. Y is equal to half g t square. But t t is equal to x by u from equation 1. Okay, x is equal to ut, t is equal to x by u. So instead of t, I am substituting x by u. So I got half g t square, that is x square by u square. So this I consider as b. So that is y is equal to bx square. Okay, this is equation of parabola. Hence we can say that the trajectory of this horizontal projectile is parabola. Y is equal to bx square. What is the b value here? Where b is, instead of g by 2u square, I taken for a given projectile, this is constant, this b is constant. Okay.